Is Marfoogle News. Today, I just wanted to talk about something very briefly as far as the title is People Are Desperate. I went to go out to my truck and I was doing dump runs today. Essentially, I was going to take some cardboard and some other stuff to the dump. And I had just filled the tank on this V8 beast of a truck. It's a late 90s truck. Again, it is a beast. It takes a lot of gas. And it is not cheap to fill. We've been talking about all week about how the gas prices are going up. And of course, with what the president did yesterday, it's not going to get any better. I go out to the truck and it won't start. At first, I think it's the battery. It's not. I look and my gas cap is gone and my thing is open. There's gas all over the side of my truck and it's empty. I had just filled it. It was like $111. It's something like a 23-gallon tank. It's not something that's fun. But as myself and Dex always tell people, always try to keep it filled. And then instead of being on your last $15 and always running it down to empty, if you go down to 3/4 of a tank, act like you are empty and then fill it back up. Because I think the cars actually run better. And it's also better to have a full tank. So I go out and then it's empty. I have never actually known somebody that has had this happen. I'm sure some of you have had this happen because there's, thousands of you out there and odds of it that this has happened. But the fact that people are doing this, and I guarantee you it was in the daylight because I checked cameras. The only time that they could have done it was basically from 2 to 4 when it was parked out on the street. In a suburb. So the fact that, if anybody that has the neighbors apps and all of this, my neighbors are always telling me that, there's all this stuff going on, package theft and all of this. It is truly getting bad. It's not like package theft anymore. It is, of course, gas theft is a big one, mail theft, and then house robberies in the daylight. People, 3 or 4 guys with armed going in and taking people hostage. That is what's been going on in Washington, at least. I can't speak for the rest of the country. They have talked about how they are tracking people. They are literally taking the Apple AirTags, throwing them on a car. I believe the AirTags are magnetic. They're putting it on a car after they see somebody spend a lot of money at the store. They will actually tag that onto the bottom of your car and then follow you home and steal whatever they have. And especially if you look affluent or rich, or you drive a nice car or something, they will follow that person home and then take them in. At first I thought that this was not really happening until we actually knew Foogle family members that had it happen. This is something that is a direct correlation with people not having extremely hard times right now. And I feel like it's almost worse than when we were in the middle of CV. When we were in the middle of CV, there was, of course, there were several stimulus. It was not hard if you did want to work. There was a lot of stuff that you could do besides that 4 months that they shut down everything. It's like, if you want work right now, you can get it. But everything is so expensive. The jobs that you can get are not going to cut it. If you are even getting paid $15 an hour minimum wage, I know that doesn't add up because the rent here in Washington, the average 1-bedroom apartment is, I think, $2,100 in Seattle. It's like, how are you going to make basically that if you work all the time at minimum wage and then survive, then pay your car bill, then pay, groceries, then pay your insurance, everything else? That is why there are so many people without health insurance. That's why there's so many people without car insurance. And it just adds into a bigger problem. The fact that somebody got my gas, one big tip I would say to everybody, and I bet you this is going to get a lot worse, is go get a locking gas cap. It would have cost me, I think, like $11 or something to put a gas cap. This is an old truck, and that could have prevented this. Or, they could have, went in there with a crowbar, but most people don't do that. They go for whatever's easiest. Another thing is it was 23 gallons, so they must have been set up for it. Or they had 3, 4, 5, 5-gallon tanks. So it's like they sat there. I don't know if they had a machine do it or if they did it by mouth, but if they did it by mouth, it's like they sat there and did this over a good amount of time. I'm pretty sure if it was by mouth, If they were siphoning this tank, then it took a long time in the middle of, you know, a bunch of houses. So that just shows me that it's getting really bad. What we talked about as far as everything going up, it's only going to go up further. And this isn't to scare people. This is to let people know you really need to act before all of this happens. People should have acted last year and the year before. So it's definitely something that people need to pay attention to. It's not going to get better. As far as, you know, gas prices have never just gone way back down. And now, of course, with everything that's going on with Russia, this is only the beginning. So definitely recommend people pay attention to that. And if you get a chance, go over and get an $11 gas cap. If your car has a regular gas cap, spend $11 at O'Reilly and put a locking cap on it. It's just it's stupid not to. I should have thought of that. I've never known anybody to get their gas siphoned, but now I'm hearing all sorts of people say that they have. So, and gas is expensive. That's over $100 to fill this thing, and you know, it's not fun. So that's my pro tip for the day. I hope you guys have a good night. We are going to be doing a live show here in a little bit, so tune in back to this channel. We will be going live here in just a few hours. So make sure to go to marfooglenews.com and get notifications. If you want to get prep food, go over to marfooglenews.com/prep. You can get a discount on a 3-month supply and help our channel at the same time. Every one of those sales helps replace that $100 gas tank. So thank you everybody for supporting us. Again, that was the shameless plug of the day. And then thank you everybody for being behind us. Thank you for all of the loyalty of everybody that's been here with us for now almost 4 years. So thank you. God bless you guys. Get a locking gas cap. You know, again, we don't have an affiliate gas cap. I'm saying just go to your local store and get a gas cap, because I could have saved $100 if I would have just had one. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.